Okay, okay, so let's start. So this was taken from down under, like not from the upper floating layer, but from deep under. So it's mostly water, very liquidy, almost not observable, observable, like outside of the microscope. Very, very nice. This looks like a life form with that is made of like it's like a thread with this flagellants. It's called, I guess, like certainly life form, like sausages, like the sausages. Yeah, that's what I was searching for. Like it's the life form that is looks like to me is the life form of the type of a sausage. It's a very known life form even in Israel and certainly in Europe. It's kind of like it's an old world life form. Even though I mean it's quite popular in the new world, as I understand. How nice! And this is, I mean, I think it's of the type of telephone. I think the life form, if I'm not mistaken, it was used in the past. I mean, it was common in the past, both in the new world and the old world. But before, I mean, the smartphone life form was came to prominence and eradicated this kind of like now extinct life form. But those from us that are, I mean, quite old can remember this one as well. It was quite, ubiquitous. Like, I mean, and these are probably Neros. It is the left one. And this is also Niro, most certainly. This one looks like the sausage without the sausages. Maybe, I mean, only the thread without the sausage. It happens. It happens. Like it is known to happen. This is very interesting because we see the sausage life form, and we see something that looks like another life form, like on top of it, like holding it, and now this looks like a pie, like the letter pi. So here we see both, I think, Neos and certainly like life more sausages. Very nice. Just a second. Just a second. These are baby ciliates? Are those ciliates? Do you remember what ciliates are? Maybe we will zoom in. Are these ciliates? I don't know. Are these ciliates? You tell me. This is magnification 160 now. Now with Mach 160 we can see more details of the sausage as well, which is interesting. You can hear, on the background, the soundtrack of the life form, which is called the Israeli pedophilic Shabaknik. It's very, common in this geographic place, and it's mostly, it's kind of like a predator, but it's mostly used intimidation because it cannot really hunt, so it's only scavenge on dead, dead bodies, like carcasses of poor animals. So it's much less dangerous than it seemed in the beginning, because intimidation and noise, it's its only weapon. Okay, so this is another sausage, big one. Maybe we'll zoom out because I want to search for Niros and big ones, to see big ones. What are these? Are these Niros? Niros, I don't know. Or that's just tops. Okay, so we have this one. Certainly look like a Niro, certainly like the one on the right, but on the side and this is another one. But the more the other the ones that look like ciliates, I think. Are those called ciliates? I'm not sure, certain. This is another Niro, and this is, what is this? I actually don't know. This looks like a Niro, and this look like both Niros and bubbles, and this is another ciliate. I'm not sure. I really need the help of biologists, marine biologists or something like that, or not marine, just biologists without the marine. It's okay. This looks like small Niros, and another sausage. So definitely sausage is this is again in magnification of 64. It's very, I think that it's very clear that the Niros are to be found almost always close to the sausages, which hints that there is some kind of relation between them. I don't know what, but I think that there is a good correlation between where the Niros are and the sausages. So maybe, they eat each other, or they fight each other, or maybe the sausages are actually synthetics that were created by the Niros. You tell me. I'm not certain myself, but I can only say that I see Niros for certain, and I see other things, and I see the big sausages, but they come together, they share. They share the same places. Wow, mucho Niros here, mucho Niros. And also a sausage, a big one. Very nice, very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. This is, we've already seen this one, it's the pie. Just a second. Okay, so I think we've seen enough already, and maybe the thing that is of interest to me is what's the relation between the Niros and the other the big life forms, and also what life forms do we actually see here? You hear dogs. Dogs are a life form that is very common, and many times it comes adjacent to the life form of the Shabaknik pedophilis. And the reason is that, as I said, the most, common behavior of the Shabaknik pedophilis is noise. They like to make noise. It's not only their only weapon, it's their only way to communicate with each other as well. So, I mean, and many times they require like more noise that they can actually produce. That's why they like as a companionship animal, like a support animal, the company of a dog, because mostly dogs can also do a lot of noise. Sometimes much like in surprisingly like large amount with comparison to their size. So obviously you can understand why this team is so common in Israel, the dog and the shabaknik, because both rely on noise to a great extent. Okay, so I think we've seen enough already, and actually my hands are quite tired. So I will upload now the two videos, and soon after that we will create more videos from the other samples. I can tell you that the other samples are actually the three others actually look very different from this one. And I mean, they look pretty similar to each other, but different from this one. This one is kind of like if I had more energy, perhaps I could have done like more like a zoom ins now, but I'm kind of like a little. Wow, this is a beautiful one. So I need like to rest my hand, and then maybe we'll do like other more videos, and perhaps maybe in the zooming in the next hours or so. Certainly we have ton of things to see here, and really it's a new ecosystem which could be extremely interesting. Okay, so that's it for now. Soon we'll start, we'll watch the other samples, these ones.